What's up, people? It's your girl Adela. Thanks for clicking the thumbs up. We appreciate it. Nigerians, haba. It's just a game. I mean, if Nigeria had beaten Ghana, you would not get an alert, would you? They would not deposit 1 million naira into your private account if we had won the game. I know it is football, it is soccer. I know it's a big deal. Some people give themselves hypertension just watching the game. Did you guys see my uncle? But you know, it is still a game. I know it's a brag right that we bet Ghana, but your lives will not change for better if we bet Ghana. You get what I'm saying? I don't think so. I mean, of all the things that we could be upset about in Nigeria, it is soccer that we are now haba. Just the night before that game, terrorists attacked a whole train and they killed people. We did not go on the street protesting. So why would we be vandalizing our stadium because Ghana beat us? Charlie? That ain't right. Can you imagine? As Ghanaian players were celebrating, that was how some Nigerians were throwing water bottles at them. Haba, we are better than that now. That ain't right. And like play, people started invading the pitch. Haba, running after the Ghanaian players as they were trying to leave the pitch. It's not right, though. They literally had to battle their way to the dressing room as people charged at them. We are better hosts than that. We know how to host our visitors better than what we displayed after that game, Mojari. And then we proceeded to smash the doors leading to the presidential box. People were overturning the dugouts by the pitch. Like, wow, I know that they did not touch the Ghanaian dugout. I think they were mostly upset with the Nigerian players. But still, this is not necessary. Police had to be shooting tear gas right on the pitch just to disperse the crowd. People were vandalizing cars that were parked outside the stadium. Is it a crime to drive to the stadium to watch the game? They were vandalizing people's cars, removing items from people's cars. It's not right, though. Just because Ghana beat you. And they were stealing people's phones. Okay, for real, this is a show of shame. Nigerians, we are better than this, because I thought we are over something like this because we did a similar thing in 2011 when Guinea beat us. Remember that time? Do you know that Nigeria could face sanctions from FIFA? It's not right. I think we were overconfident that we would win that game. Did you guys hear our sports minister before the game?
We're not going to play drawing Ghana, honestly. We're going to beat the shit out of them.
Daddy. See your life, Daddy, see your life. Outside the stadium, security forces were also beating up people before the game. They even beat up a journalist that showed his press pass. So before the game even started, they were beating up people outside. Some people that paid had VIP tickets, they did not even let them in. It's not, I beg, you know, it's still a game. Let us learn to get our priorities right, because there are things that we should actually fight for. Not because we did not win soccer game. As for the Ghanaians that are making fun of us on the internet, move closer, because God knows your address. Ben, and I also know your address. I will find you guys. We are not worried, no shaking, because we already beat you in the most important thing, in what matters the most, which is the jollof rice game. We beat you guys. We don't play game all the time, but we eat jollof rice all the time, so we already beat you guys in what matters. I'm saying things like this, you know, Ghana jollof with a touch of super chicken. So are we now the chicken? Whoever wrote this, never mind, don't even worry. And then somebody else wrote, I'm sure Nigerians won't have electricity for a week because they've used all their electricity to power the stadium. Ooh, okay, that hits home. That really, it really entered. That kind of joke, you should not be joking with us Nigerians just because you guys have stable electricity. I know, stop it. And now it really entered. Okay, somebody else posted this. They wrote before and after. Take it down. No, take it down. Take it down. No more comments. Just one more. Okay, just one more. This person said, beating Nigeria to qualify is our World Cup trophy. Okay, that's just mean. Abba. You don't have to be Charlie. Just this one time that you beat Nigeria. Continue. Shebi, I told you no more. And then this one said, Nigerians right now. Shebi, I told you no more comments. You are playing with your job. Oh. I'm about to send you to Ghana, where you will have stable electricity and running water. I can't even use that to threaten Kolidobo. Anyway, get out, my friend. As it is, Ghana is going to represent all of us West Africans at the World Cup in Qatar in November. As in, they are still representing us, So even though we are upset that Ghana beat us, we will still watch the game. Hoping and praying that a West African country, that is Ghana, aka Ghana, wins the World Cup on our behalf. So Ghanaians, just so you know, if you win at the World Cup, you're not just winning for Ghana, you're winning for all of West Africa. So we are still, it's okay, nothing spoiled. But just like Dr. Damages said on his Instagram page, he wrote, the anger in Nigeria is palpable. It manifests itself at the slightest trigger. Failure to qualify for the World Cup is just an excuse. The remote cause is buried deep inside the fabric of our nation. We can continue to deceive ourselves that all is well until the day our untreated trauma will overwhelm us all. That, my friend, is my diagnosis. Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Damages, for your diagnosis. I think he diagnosed us well. But I think it's really sad that something happened during that game that was overlooked because of our selfish, display of immaturity. Someone actually had a heart attack during that game and died. And people don't even know about it. I'm talking about a Zambian official by the name Joseph Kabungo, who was the doping officer. He had cardiac arrest during that game. He was gasping for breath near the dressing room of the Ghanaian team. They tried to resuscitate him. They took him to a hospital in Abuja, but he was declared dead on arrival. It's really, really sad that happened. Our sincere condolences to his family. May his soul rest in peace. So I think it was really, really sad that somebody died, but we were upset that we didn't win the game. It's so sad. We need to checkmate ourselves and get our priorities right. So once again, congratulations to the Ghanaian players. They were celebrating while Nigerians were upset, destroying the stadium. The Ghanaian players were celebrating inside the dressing room. Did you see their video? Once again, congratulations to you, my Charlie brothers, and congratulations to all of us West Africans. You guys not doing much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Madagascar, guys, especially the southern coastline of Madagascar. People there have been dealing with sand dunes for a very long time now, as far back as the 1950s. Sand dunes are like large accumulation of sand grains shaped into mount or ridge by the wind under the influence of gravity. You see it a lot of times in the desert. But in the case of Madagascar, the strong wind is blowing sands into the communities. It keeps encroaching on them, turning their dwellings into sand dunes. It's really, really sad that many buildings have actually been buried over the years. It's just gradually, it doesn't just happen overnight. They've been buried under the sand. Schools, tombs have been buried, even police stations and homes as well.
The shifting sand in Faux-Cap in the southern tip of Madagascar blankets everything. It's threatening livelihoods and burying homes and buildings. This was the police station. And this, the local government office, now so covered we're able to stand on its roof.
That's really sad. And so in order to fight back, they started planting on the dunes, and they are trying to use that to stabilize the sand and hopefully stop it from moving so much, especially into their dwelling places.
On the southern coast of Madagascar, homes, fields and even tombs are erased by shifting sand dunes. That is, until the local community fought back, armed only with hard work and a lot of greenery.
And so far they've recorded some progress. This thing has been working, including stabilizing hectares of land.
After years of effort by hundreds of volunteers, around 89 acres of dunes at Faux-Cap have been stabilized by long lines of plants.
Now, according to a 2018 video by USAID in Madagascar, they said that planting on the dunes has stabilized 183 acres of land. But an article by Reuters this year said that the plants have stabilized 36 acres of land. So I don't know which number is accurate, but obviously planting has worked in stabilizing part of the land. But while they are doing well in fighting the sand dunes and we're celebrating this with them, it's actually disturbing to learn that deforestation has now become a huge issue in Madagascar, as a lot of people are now going into their forests and cutting down trees in order to burn them and sell the charcoal.
With only 15% of the population with access to electricity, they've had to turn to chopping down trees just to generate their own fuel. They also make charcoal, which they then go on to sell, just to try to eke out a living. But all this has added to large-scale deforestation.
So this is actually seriously affecting their ecosystem, which is unique. Madagascar has one of the most unique ecosystems in the world. Literally, when you go to Madagascar, there are animal species that you would find in Madagascar forest that you would not find anywhere else in the world.
The country has an abundance of natural riches, with more than 100 different species of lemur living in the wild, for instance. And the island's so large, it's more than double the size of Britain.
I feel like sometimes in Africa, we don't know the value of what we have.
This is a protected forest, but there are so many more areas of Madagascar which are being destroyed. It's incredible to think that there are hundreds and hundreds of species here in Madagascar that you will not find anywhere else in the world. And many conservationists believe that they are now in danger.
I don't even know if these people know how unique their ecosystem is, the people cutting down the trees, and I don't even think that they know the value of what they have. And it's just so sad to see that we're just destroying our ecosystem. But with this deforestation, with the way they've been cutting down the trees, so many of these animals are now endangered.
We spotted an extremely rare radiated tortoise out in the open and lifted it away from the road. It's critically endangered and only found here in the south of Madagascar, but it's being killed for its meat or captured by poachers at such a rate that conservationists warn it could disappear from the wild forever within 20 years.
So what they actually need, they just need more trees, more plants. At the same time though, when people are hungry, how do you convince them not to cut down the trees?
And right now Madagascar is burning away its future to get through the present, racking up one of the highest rates of deforestation in any tropical country.
We really need to do more in terms of awareness on the dangers of deforestation and the advantages of planting trees. I've been doing videos about deforestation for years now. I remember 2017 talking about deforestation in northern Nigeria. And I remember talking about how it's not just the climate impact, but I also talked about the economic impact and how it could even lead to conflict when people don't have what they need because we've been cutting down the trees. And it's so sad to see that it's actually happening, and it wasn't that long ago that we talked about it. Unfortunately, so many African governments don't know the importance of preserving the environment or the importance of planting trees. I remember when I went to Australia, there were trees everywhere in the city of Sydney, right in the city, not like outskirts or something, but right in the city. There were so many trees, and I asked about it and they told me that it's actually against the law in Australia to cut down a tree. Even if you're trying to build a building and there's a tree there, you have to move it to another place. You do not cut it down. And it's really, really helping them. There were so many places in Sydney, for example, that we were able to go to and just sit down and just enjoy the shade because of the trees. Honestly, I wish that we would have a government that would also make it a law not to cut down trees anymore. It's really affecting us. Growing up in Nigeria, so many wildlife were killed. People would kill them and sell them. We call them eran igbe. We've eaten a lot of animals that should not have been killed at all. A lot of animals are going extinct in different parts of Africa, not just in Nigeria. And so I want to know what you guys think about this, considering the fact that it's really hard to convince people not to cut down trees when they don't even see the immediate value of it because they just want money to buy food. They are hungry, they need food. So how do you even convince these people? Also, if you're watching me, don't just shake your head about what's happening in Madagascar. Like I always say on this show and beg you guys, please plant trees. Trees, they do a lot in terms of regulating the climate, in terms of helping us with the environment. They do a lot when there is flood. They do a lot when it rains. They provide shade. They provide food. They serve as home for so many animals, for so many species. And they're so beautiful. beautiful. I mean, come on, trees are really beautiful. But really, please plant trees where you are. If you have a church, plant trees all around. If you have a mosque, plant trees everywhere near the mosque. If you have schools, plant trees. They even beautify your schools. They help in regulating climate change, and they actually produce what we breathe in, which is oxygen. They take our carbon dioxide and they produce oxygen. So we need trees. God knew what he was doing when he created trees. So please don't let anybody tell you that there's a demon living in the tree. Go and cut it down. You can pray the demon out if there is demon. Please stop cutting trees. Just stop cutting trees. I'm very passionate about trees. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about what's happening in Madagascar. You guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So before I leave, guys, I want to give a huge birthday shout out to a viewer of this show, one of my mothers actually. I'm hoping I get to meet you someday. Mommy, happy birthday to Dr. Mrs. Esther Ajayi Lowo. I know, Mommy, you must be surprised. Your daughter sent me an email, say, you must give shout out to my mother. And that daughter is Ayomide Lowo. She talked about how both of you enjoy watching this show. Now, Ayomide would like for you to know that you inspire her, Mommy, and that you are her biggest role model. She sent me an email writing about how you were born in Makoko, how your parents were not educated, but you decided to get your education, and today you are a doctor, a PhD holder. Like, for real, Mommy, you have really inspired us. Also, she talked about how you are the founder of Omage Mactown Initiative, I guess Makoko Town Initiative. And this is a Facebook group that supports girls or ladies or women who have lived or who are still living in Makoko Town. In Makoko, Iwaya, and Ebute Meta in the Yaba areas of Lagos, Nigeria. For those that are not familiar with Makoko, it's a settlement along the lagoon. They are literally living on water. So it's really, really hard to live in Makoko community. This platform is actually to encourage and be role models for young girls to be successful regardless of their background and where they're coming from, just like Mommy has been successful. So Mommy got her PhD in July of last year. Congratulations, Mommy. We're so proud of you. The fact that you have grown up kids already, you still went back to school to get your PhD. So she got her PhD in 2021 and she started a job as an assistant professor of comparative women's studies at Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, shit, Mommy. I must meet you whenever I come to Atlanta. Happy birthday, my mother. We're so proud of you. Thank you so much for inspiring us. We really, really appreciate that. Happy birthday. All right, guys, do not forget to click the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this episode. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Contact Help Me Waka to help you run all your errands. Send your money through SendWave to Nigeria, Ghana, Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda from the US, UK, Spain, Italy, and Ireland. Do not say I did not give you all this information and then you will thank me later. All right, y'all, it's Mary and I'm keeping it red up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, I'm watching you on Plasma TV. Press the subscribe button and the bell button. Until next time, I'm gonna see you all later. Peace out. Who wants jollof rice? Like the real jollof, the original jollof rice, not the Ghanaian, not the Ghanaian one. Real jollof rice. You want? I know, Kaido, you always want jollof rice. Give me 1 minute.